Welcome back, everybody. Final stream of the evening. Okay, so we've got a bit of emergency food. We've got fishing kit with us. Bit of ammo for the pistol. And we've got a shotgun. Okay. Right then. Let's go hunting. We're after better weapons. Did I not bring a water bottle with me? I didn't, did I? That was foolish. That's better. So we're just going to make our way to the crossing, grabbing, and then make our way down south, hitting some military en route, see if we can gear up. That's the aim. Making use a bit of cover as we go. Don't know how many other people are on the server currently, but the server has just restarted. Damaged boots, and that's why this is going to be our biggest problem, is footwear. And getting cold, obviously. We do have limited ammo. Hi Restless, and he's back for the final time. I see, so I remember. About the only time I will remember. We're off on an adventure. Up north, or down north. Not sir, they work for a living. Okay, we are there, so I need to swing that way. There. That does me about right. We need to we need to head down past the wall to search for better stuff. You know, better guns, better footwear, leather repair kits, keys. Warmer clothing, helicopter crashes so we can get a ghillie, because ghillie gives you a heat buff. Better rucksack we need. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We've still got a pretty secure base. Now sometimes you get a sheep spawn in this field. So I'm willing to, or goat. I've seen bases built here before, around this one, around this hut. Obviously not this server, but yeah. Already nearly full of loot. I'm not going to hunt the deer though. We've got our fishing kit with us. We've got a bit of emergency food, like one thing we can eat. We've got water with us. At the moment, 2+ symbols. And as of now, all the keys are in. And the new loot crates. Don't want to walk out of bounds. I tell other players they're not allowed to, so I'm certainly not allowed to. That angle. I just wish that when they built these maps, that they'd put walls, like cliffs around the outside to stop the out of bounds. Or even put fences that you couldn't get across with checkpoints that were closed off, something to make it feel like it's part of the map. And I would build it, but with editor it causes too much strain on the server. It needs to be built into the actual map rather than using editor to add in the content. That takes up less oomph. And with big maps like Livonia or Chernarus, Deer Isle. Deer Isle's alright because you're surrounded by water. I think on Anastasia, when we ran that, I built an actual physical wall around the outside. That took some doing. But at least it made it enclosed and stopped people going into the outside. Or the debug area. Welcome guys, welcome to the stream. Always appreciated. Sorry, just got to check a message on Eternity. Okay. Thank you for being here. What we're doing is we're making our way down to the crossing point at Grabbin because of the wall, and then we're going to make our way down the map, hitting various military, surviving as we go. We'll need some fires and we'll need various methods of survival. I know I need a fire again soon. We don't need food at the moment, but we will need a fire. If we find an animal that's shootable, we'll probably kill it just to take some meat with us. Make use of whales when we find them. We're not running at the moment because damaged boots. And our sneakers that we've got with us are also damaged. So I'm trying to preserve calories and preserve footwear. Where's our next house? Probably there. That's where we'll have our first fire en route. Okay, so normal Livonia bunker needs 2 players minimum. One to change the water levels and the other person to go through them to get out the back of the bunker and get to the best loot rooms in there. We run a mod on here that takes out the water levels and turns it into a sewer system instead. So as a solo, you can go through and get out using the sewer system. Or an edit. Rather than a mod. Mod's probably not the right word, it's an edit of the files. Right, and we're there. So yeah, that way. So that's the downside to Livonia. Is it was made, brilliant map, but in its vanilla form, the bunker can't be done solo. So if you run a solo server, you have to alter it. And you have 2 choices. Either you put the edit in, or you put a door, a handle on the inside of the bunker door, so people can let themselves out again if they need to. I go for the edit because it involves people crawling through sewers of water, which will mean you get freezing cold. And potentially will die of freezing cold. Yeah. And that's at Dambug. You need a swipe card, a punch card to get through the main door. And then if you've got the key card, there's a loot crate key in there that I've put in there. And it's unique loot, so it's underground loot. So the better weapons. It's the equivalent of tier 4, because there's only 3 tiers on this map. Okay, so I actually wanted to hit that one, but that farmhouse there might do. Or do we come back through? We come back through. Is that a cow? Nice bit of warm steak would be quite nice. I hear a mooing. Distance, but I hear a mooing. I think we might be going for a bit of steak. At least the bloody thing ain't going to run away. Well, until I've missed it. Now, there is a cow spawn in here. Should have remembered. There she is. Yeah. All that for 3 steaks. But that and a little fire in here will set us up nicely. Now get off the path, because grass wears out shoes less than anything. Path, road, rocks will wear them out quicker. I really like the winter builds. It just looks amazing. This patch, this mod that does this late fall, early winter, copied from Livonia, is from Sakal, is an amazing mod. And they do one for Chernarus as well as Livonia. Where are you, Mr. Zombie? Right, let's get some long stick. Some bark. And a minimum of 2 pieces. So we're going to go for 2 because I want to save my knife for as long as I can. We're trying to do this before the heavy snow sets in because that'll get us wet and make this life harder. And then break the stick down, make baby sticks. Mix that with the bark to make a hand drill kit. We're just losing our other plus symbol, which is good. Place that on the fire. Place the other piece of bark in as tinder and get the fire lit now. So we start getting some warmth off it. Then get your stakes on. Be able to get the piece in there, then break down the other one. Place that in the fire as well. That'll be enough fire for what we need. Still got emergency food there. We don't need our water yet. We've got our cure everything pill for emergencies. Get up close to the fire. We want double arrows if we can, double pluses if we can get them. Right, move those 2. One there, one there. Move that one down. Baked is better than smoked by a few calories. And boiled is best because you get retained water. That to there. We'll risk it. See if we can give a boost to our sleep, because we don't know when the next chance we're going to get. And we're going to keep our meat on us until it goes cold. We won't eat it till either we have to or it goes cold. Let's retain our heat for as long as we can. Every time I sleep in DayZ, I dread waking up to find my boots are missing and I'm tied up. Boiled does not look like you should be eating it, but it is good. Yes. Right, we got double plus. What's coming in. So when we sleep, our boots go from very damaged to just damaged. So our footwear is getting repaired by falling asleep. I'm passing no comment. I can't solve it. I can't fix it. We'll have to live with it. So I wonder if I sleep again, it'll go from damaged to worn. And I'm not willing to take the sleep mod off because I think it really does add to the pain of the server. So we don't need to go to that town, but we do need to cross, and we're crossing Grabbin, so we can probably push that way. No, it'd be nice if somebody raised me a ticket that says there's a bug. Before I knew there was a bug. I just can't solve it, so we'll live with it. I'll put a message out saying, I think this is happening, guys. I can't solve it. Make use of it while you can. It might be fixed with the patch when that drops either next week or the week after. It might not be. When 1.28 gets here, the server will be down because it will drop at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm at work. And when I come home, it'll be a while before it comes up because I have to do a lot of editing of the files before I can make the server live again. It patches an awful lot of shit. Unfortunately. Ah, a BI tree. I wonder if we sleep again, they'll go up to, as I said, worn, and then sleep again, pristine. Be a hell of a way of mending footwear. Who'd have known your boots will last forever if you sleep in them? There's a wall in the distance. Don't know if you guys can see that. I lived in there on the first series I did. When I first started streaming on YouTube, I did a series on DayZ standalone Livonia, and I built a base inside that hut. Built a flag conventionally and put a door up conventionally. Did a 10-part series as my welcome to YouTube. So our food is no longer keeping us warm, so let it keep us full up instead. I want to stay clear of this barn or this farm because it's military. We're actually aiming to hit. Best case scenario, we're after plate today and a rucksack, Alice Bergen, or anything with more slots than a bloody shoulder bag. I'd prefer if it was military orientated, just for its very nature. Two more cows. Or maybe three. Two. No, we'll push on. I don't know if I want to waste another shotgun shell. No, I don't. We can always fish. Choices. Having to make choices. It's a ghillie suit we really need for that extra warmth buff. If you really wanted to be warm, you'd wear a ghillie suit in your normal slot and then another ghillie suit on your ghillie suit slot and get a double buff off it. Don't know if it would let you do that. And we should get the snow ghillies on here. Not sure. It's not in the files of the snow ghillie, it's just in the files of the ghillie. So I'm guessing it's set on how cold it is. Now there is a police patrol down there, remember rightly. Might be worth visiting them just for some ammo. If they've got any. Was it further up? I thought it was here. Where am I? There. Yeah, it's that corner there. Yeah, just a bit on. So straight in front of me. 12 o'clock at my location. To put it into my terms. I don't want to use weaponry up. Could do with this snowstorm stopping. Okay, we've got a couple of cars. So one police there. Should be one there seen. Normally one there and a prisoner somewhere. So let's single them out. It's easier to fight one at a time. Walk backwards with your fists up. Let it do its thing twice. You can always hold down shift for a power punch if you want to, but I find it easier not to. And then check its body. One there, one there. So that was the next one to single out. One strike, two strikes. Mistime that. Back. That time took him. You got another one there. And it's coming in, we'll be getting wet and cold now. Come on. Nothing on them. Shame. Don't want any disinfectant spray. We've got iodine with us. Check the Humvee. Always check the roofs of Humvees because sometimes things spawn on the roofs. Not today. Something on the front seat though, I think. Bit of 45 ACB. We'll take that because that's what we're running at the moment. Check this car. It's a light. Don't want that. And check the tables. Codeine, take that. Grenade we don't want. That'll do. Right then, next house, because we'll need a fire, is there. that angle there. Right, let's go for that house and get a fire on. There it is. Just a barn with a house next to it. The house is what we want. So I'm going to need 2 bits of bark. Let's get them now before I get wet through. And hope that we keep them. By putting the stick into my hotbar, when I went to my shotgun, it put the stick on my back. And then we're going to test our theory and see whether our boots get even better repaired. So I'm just reading a message. Okay, I'm back. Right then, let's see. Still damaged. Okay. Right then, let's make use of it to get as warm as we can. And while we're at it, actually, let's break that open. No, let's not break it open. Because then when you do need to break it, even if it gets wet, when you do break it open, you get a dry bit of paper. And that can be the difference between starting a fire or not starting a fire. So keep it boxed unless you have to. They are as much as we're going to get out of this one. It's all right though. We've got double plus. Ah, there's my extra police station I put in. Well, I didn't take out because we originally had the wall coming up here, and I built a police station. This was an entrance, but I left the police station in. Not on purpose, but it's here and loot spawns in it, so hey. Fuck! I'm good, Willie. Fucking bears. I wouldn't worry, guys. It's a goblin Easter egg. Look at that. That's massive. So let's go and see the goblin Easter egg, shall we? Hi, Boo Boo. You can get your photo taken with a bear. At some point on a Goblin DayZ server, we'll make a zoo. Because I can put animals in that do that. They just sit there and move a little bit but don't run after you. And we can build cages and actually build a zoo using editor. And then obviously I'll have one cage that's open with a bear actually loose. Oh, I'm so sorry, Willie. Is there a way through here? No. So it's not even worth worrying about. Oh, here we bloody go. Come on, Mr. Zombie. I feel for you, Willie, I really do. Kind of pipsy. Take that. Right, I'm on to the crossing. At least we get some heat from the tank. So we're going to make our way to here where we'll cross the river. We'll refill at the well, drink and move clear. We'll probably have a look around the industrial down there. Maybe push castle. We don't really have enough shotgun ammunition for castle. Probably check the police station out in here because we want more ammo for the shotgun. We've only got 6 rounds on shotgun and then we're down to 45 caliber ACP, which is not amazing. It's alright if we had the USG. It's not bad for it on a server like this where it's not, where people might be wearing plate but it's likely to be badly damaged. So 1 hour to get this far from base. So yeah, it's about right. I was aiming for this to be a 3-hour stream, so 2 hours to get where I want to go. Roughly. An hour of looting and then make my way home tomorrow. Or push on, depending on what happens. My favourite one of the wall, that is. I wish I'd done more like that and glitched them in. I think it looks better. Little bit of water there. You could fish there. I love your server. It's different, isn't it, Willie? You should see what I've got planned for August. For the wipe in August. Because I start planning now for the next wipe. And each wipe I get better at editing. Better at making the servers. Right, we do have a Z there. Do we have a fire here before we move across? Probably. Do we catch fish and have a fire? So use my knife up first. Got no sharpening stones, so we might as well get the 3 slots. Get some fish on. We don't need to eat, but better to eat before you need to. Oh, this is a bitch. It's not fishing well today. It's a bone hook as well. Different spot. Doing very bad today. Ruined, as we knew it would. let's use that one. Save the ice axe for emergencies. It's not going to let me, you bastard game. There we are. Now another long stick. There we go. And we get this one done. That in there. That on there. Get that lit. Get our gloves repaired. Get that defrosted. Takes ages to defrost cans. do. Food and water sorted. Make this into rags. You never know when we might need them. Right then, move out. How many Zeds have we got? Just one. Let's take him on. We haven't got anything off a Z for a while. Still haven't. Okay, let's move on. Someone's been operating in these parts, but it's drenched, so it's been out a while, but it's been active since the last restart. So in the last hour and 20 someone's lit a fire there. Would have been during one of the snowstorms, I'm guessing. I hear a deer. But I'm not interested. We've got food. We've got water. We've now got a press vest, which is basically just under plate. It is damaged, but still. We don't have a helmet, but I'd rather have the warmth on here. Not that far off the crossing now. Does feel like we're following someone though, doesn't it? So we're going to get up to here, then go down and across, and then we're going to make our way to this military camp here, basically. On the search for a rucksack and a better gun. We're after an Alice Bergen or a combat backpack because we've been doing everything with a duffel bag. Now we're going to be crossing at the submarine point. So if you're ever playing this server and you see you need to go to submarine, this is where we are now. Get a free heat buff. Now, are there zombies around? Doesn't look like it. Little bit worrying. There's a sub. This is the only vehicle crossing point. Somebody's not opened that box. Good. Don't need them. Anything else here of use? Right then. How's our footwear? Badly damaged. Okay. We need a leather repair kit. We do have an emergency pair of sneakers. Metal crate. We'll take that blueprint. Mix it with 10 sheets of metal to make a metal crate. So loot's improving because we're into tier 2, 3 now. Whoa. Spare pair of gloves. Someone searched this car. Where are we in relation to the police station? Where are we? Where are we? We are over there. If we go that direction, we hit the well. We don't need the well yet. We will stay away. NBC down there. We'll leave them to their own devices. We are following somebody searching. A Game & Watch. has a resale value. If we go straight ahead, cross that field, hit that road, we can come into that camp from the bottom. Make use of cover, not. Priest or two, we don't need to deal with them. If we swing this way, I think that's probably about right, till we hit that town and then follow that road in. Bitch of a run. All these open fields are a nightmare. How's my footwear? Still badly damaged. Okay. Past that church that's normally the trader on Livonia, depending on the server you play. Not the trader on mine. I've got a custom trader. Hi, Critical. How are you? We're off looking for footwear and a replacement bag. We saw my pet bear earlier. Okay, that's good. That's where we want to be. I once modded that church out and put a ruined one in there. And put a human sacrifice on the middle of it. And had the vicar hung from the rafters. There's nothing like players entering it at night and seeing... Was it Cocaine Bear? No, we don't have Cocaine Bear on here. We have Bear Buff, but all that does is make them run towards gunfire and see a little bit further rather than 300 meters. They'll detect you at 500 and they'll run towards gunfire. And we've got a chance of bears spawning in packs of 2. Don't know what a bear pack is called, but in 2s rather than singly. Oh, for a leather repair kit. It feels like we're following someone because there's been fires and everything open. Always throw it away. Okay, so follow this road and then the dirt track into that area there, and then that pushes us over to the military camp there. Okay. The trouble is we're living so far from good military. Take us an hour and a half to get from home to here. Silage Bay. Silage? Yeah, Silage Bay. Hit the main road. And then follow the main road to the junction, then turn right. That's the dirt track. Is it turn right? Main road. Actually, yeah, straight ahead and down there. So it's straight over. At the top of the hill. The little military checkpoint up here, if I remember rightly. So if anybody's watching the VOD back and is interested in playing on this server, there's a Discord for it, and there's the link to the and the information about the server itself. In chat currently is Restless and Critical. Both play on the server. Restless is our media officer and has made some amazing YouTube content for the server. And you can find his link there. If you're watching the content back and you're enjoying it, please remember to give me a like, because it helps the algorithm. A comment even after the event helps the algorithm. And at no cost to yourself, a sub is amazing and certainly helps me on my road to 1,000. I don't ask very often. But it's something that I'm striving to get to as quickly as I can, but organically. So the people, I'd rather have people here that want to be here. This is shit, isn't it? I suppose they are military, so they're slightly harder to deal with. Always check the tables. That had the required effect. Take a UMP. Nice magazine. Yes. Yeah. Unless you rent a dedicated box that has cores, because then what you can do is you can select different cores to do different things. So if you had a dedicated box, it costs a lot more to rent though. Solo server means you can't play in a team, pure and simply. Yes, you can only play solo. Pure and simply, and I try and enforce it as best I can. If I catch people sharing a base with another person, they both get banned. If I catch people moving round the server together, they both get a warning, and if they continue to do so, they both get banned. Only a local ban. I would never ban them on the ban list, but they won't be allowed back on the server. The reason we do it is there are hundreds of servers that, or thousands of servers that allow groups, very few that allow solo, and our players like to feel that if they meet someone and it's PvP, it's a fair fight. One-on-one. But base building, raiding, all that malarkey, is a survival server. So it's cold. There's a lack of food. There's a lack of resources. Every item can be used. You can press pause, click on crafts, and see all the various other things that you can make on here. But basically it's a solo server. Obviously I can't stop people meeting up in game and having a conversation, but because resources are so rare, I'd expect people to meet up in game and probably try and kill each other just to get more resources. We're coming here, hopefully, for a better rucksack, because we've been surviving for about 4 days with a duffel bag. And I'd like to replace my boots because they're badly damaged. With more damaged stuff. Thank you. It's different. You know, the people that play it enjoy it. It's not for everyone. I get that 100%. It's not everyone's cup of tea, you know. People. I also play full-on PvP servers, but the server I normally play PvP on at the moment is having issues. So while I'm waiting for them to get new hardware. So while that's happening, I will promote my own server and produce content on it. It's only a 30-slot server, but that's all you need. We do have some custom areas. We have a wall along the river. We have a custom trader that's shit. A uranium research centre and the weapon storage bunkers. Key cards and keys. The only place you can get vehicles across the river is here. There are foot traffic ways through at various other points if you can find them. Key cards and keys. Base building and raiding. Survivor quests. The trader will buy electronics off you, like PlayStations and circuit boards, and will sell you clothing, and that's about it. You can search rubbish piles, so I could rummage that with a chance of finding something useful, or not. between 50 and 75% nerf on everything, but an increase in animals because I've nerfed food. Lakes and ponds are frozen over. You need to use an ice axe to cut a hole in them to fish. -5 in the day, -15 at night, with 6-hour restarts. Vehicles available, only the Humvee, and there's only 3 of them on the map, and they spawn in parts, so you need to find them and get the resources home. Damaged, mine is damaged, but I can repair mine. It's on. Let's do some repairing. I need another fire, but we're not having a fire in here. Spare pair of gloves, we can stick them down there. That's to be sold to a trader at some point. Spare rags. Blueprint for... Blueprints are how you make your storage. Bonfires are turned on, so you can get warm next to them. But obviously there's more Zeds around. We've got ghillie slots. What's up? How are you surviving today? We're doing okay. We're trying to up our gear. We could do the warmth from that fire, but we don't really want to bump into Zeds doing it. Or the Zeds we bump into, we want to pick who to bump into. I don't want to shoot that pistol by mistake. I'll throw that shotgun by mistake, because otherwise I'll have lots of friends. Not going to work. That one there's the problem. I need to kill him without attracting any others. There's one there, so I need to deal with that one there. Then that one. That should get me to the fire and I get the heat buff. So we're just going to creep over. If we can get to the fire and lie down next to it without attracting Zeds, we'll get the heat buff off the fire. Starting to get warmer. Now we need the heat buff. The server is called Goblin DayZ. I've been running, well, I've been having servers for over a year and a half now. This is we tend to have around 12 weeks-ish wipes. So this wiped a week ago, the next wipe's not till August. Allowing for the fact that BI don't break it with 1.28 or 1.29. So we've got the heat buff. It would be nice to get 2 pluses. But just 1 would give me a chance to get out of here. You need to hunt, fish, shoot to survive. Severe lack of food on the server. No, I rent it. Eventually I'll self-host once I've got fast enough internet to make it viable. I've got the hardware here to do it, so eventually that will happen. But at the moment I rent. Not checked that side, have we? What condition? Badly damaged. Mine are badly damaged. Everything damaged or badly damaged on here. I have 8 servers in my basement, only using one right now. Took like 6 months off after 5 years of hosting. Wow. Eventually I'd like to get there, but at the moment I rent and pay upfront yearly to get a slight discount. Worn, damaged. Can I rip those up? So you can rip up clothes on this server, turn into rags. So what you don't use, you need to use your knife up, rip them up, and then with iodine turn them into bandages. But with such a massive nerf on loot, it's really hard to survive. It's good. Something a little bit different. I'd like to get into HQ building. So we've not really had much luck in the rest of this. We're very low on ammo as well, so very low on ammo. Done everything here. I've got one pair of emergency sneakers that are just damaged, and obviously bandages I could use for footwear if I had to. We can make leather repair kits on here, but I need cured leather to do it, or I need to make 500 rubles at the trader to buy a pair of jungle boots, which means an awful lot of electronics have to be moved there. And that's the sort of electronics that's worth 25 rubles. Already nearly lost that heat buff. It's a challenge. We like a challenge. And it's PvP, so kill on sight if you wish. It's that sort of server. Because I don't do PvE. Well, that was a waste of time. Traders, I'd better get a few rubles for what I've got, but it's not really worth it. No ATMs. Lambrook Mill or Nabor? Should really head for Nabor. So maybe Trader, which is that sort of direction, and then on to Nabor. Gonna need a fire first though. So that way, other side of camp. Okay. Let's move on. We seriously need a fire. $9 milli, take that. Got a Glock at base. Right, on to Trader. When we get into the woods, we'll get a fire going. Just give ourselves a little bit of a boost. Time is it on the server? Server time is lunchtime. Okay, so it's going to start getting colder now on the server as it heads towards night time. As we all know, no matter where I put the fire, it's not hardly safe. No lighters on the server, because lighters will work when wet. Just matches. do. I really want to get this going before there's a snowstorm. See if we get a little boost to our sleep. Just a little. It'll only get up to 75 because it's daytime and I'm not in a building. Well, daytime. Oh, good. I'm out of blue. Now I could do the plus symbol before we move out. There we are. And what direction are we going? We're going that way. We're going to go past trader though. But hitting trader makes sense. Once we get that plus symbol, we'll move. Trader has a well, so at least we can go there and feel our water, but it's not a safe zone. So if there's no zombies near trader, we ain't going in. Well, we might go in. We could sell that and turn it into a few rubles. Let's move out. I'm wary of my boots massively. But if all else fails, we can use rags. We do have a pair of sneakers with us. The trick is to build a base close enough to spawn that when you die, you can get home easily and drop your sneakers at home and take out something that's damaged. Because you spawn in with pristine clothing. Now we do not want to meet a bear or wolves, because literally We only have what we have. A single load USG, or an H and Cock UMP 45, because I like to have my stuff named correctly. A shotgun with a few rounds, and 3 mags of 45 pistol. So really not enough for what we're trying to do. We'll be on for another 45 minutes, guys, and then I'll be logging off, because that would have been 2 hours this morning, 2 hours after lunch, and 3 hours tonight. I think that's probably enough streaming for one day. And I've got to be up at 5:30ish for work. So I've just got an incoming message. So we're just going to make our, we're coming up to the back end of Trader. Now there is a way of climbing up at the back to look into Trader. Which is probably the route we'll take to get a bit of observation, though we have got height there and we're vulnerable to being shot. But we can then see quite quickly whether a door's been we can see then quite quickly whether the door's open to the Trader. And it's not an exact science, I understand. Trader should be 12 o'clock at my location. But we're cold again, so we're going to need another fire soon. The downside of being up here without a ghillie suit. The further we move down the map, the colder it gets. Or up the map, because it's the other way round on this server. There's Trader. Does spawn loot in Trader. You are allowed to pick it up. The zombies should be at the top of the road at the back end, at the front of Trader. So you can dodge them if you need to. But it ain't no safe zone. And any animals or zombies that follow you in will keep following you. Again on purpose, because it's me we're talking about. Goblin Z being Goblin Z. I know there's an inherent risk of doing shit like this. Zombies are there. Door to the Trader is not open. Door to the barracks isn't open. Lake so you can go fishing should you need to. They will glitch inside here sometimes, unfortunately. give me 50 bucks to buy what I need. Can't buy a satchel charge, but box of nails 2 grand, code lock 2 grand, ice axe 500, 100 for jungle boots, 1,000 for an Alice pack, glow plug, car battery, headlight bulb, Humvee wheel, tyre repair kit. Yeah, there's no reason to go here unless you've got 100 bucks on you or you need to refill a vehicle. I could do with some food. Let's see if we get anything. But it is a nice way of getting a pair of pristine boots. Go on, give me a leather repair kit. A warm, badly damaged pepper. Straight out the bin. Okay, I think sensibly we should start making our way home. Because we did get a 5.56 mag. A hell of a trip and a blueprint. And we got a better chance of making a leather repair kit than we ever finding one. We only need garden lime and one more animal. Only. Beautiful day at the moment. It's a little bit cold up this end of the map though, and we're only what, middle of the map? Roughly. All the nice areas are very cold. Oh, it's under gas. How surprising. Full NBC suit needed to get into these gas zones around here. Because I'm an evil goblin. Still badly damaged. Okay. So, obviously they're going to ruin before we get home. But our backup footwear should get us home. But probably not tonight. So I've decided, guys, what I'm going to do is through the week, so Mondays, Tuesdays, I will stream evenings. Thursday afternoons. Friday evenings. Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings. Because I do very well streaming in the morning. I pick up a lot more subs and a lot higher amount of people. Wednesday I work a long day, so that's a no-go. Prison. And then I'll probably make some content Saturday evenings. And then we'll still stream on Sunday evenings. But we're sort of going to do it that way round. So Saturday and Sundays I'm going to start doing UK time, sort of 6 in the morning till 9 in the morning streams on a Saturday and Sunday. I've done a test over this weekend and I've done better numbers wise with early morning stuff. It's trying to pick a time to stream when the big streamers out there aren't producing content. To grow the channel, I'm sort of forced into that sort of position. I get it, don't get me wrong. Ooh. There's a mission going down. If I had a radio, I'd know where. Don't even know what the mission is. Looking for a horde of zombies or a tent. And the loud bang was this sort of direction. And if you've heard about my wall, there she is in all her glory. Causing problems for players. That's a C-130 crash. Got to give it a go, haven't we? Fuck me, how many Zeds? In the back, there'll be a crate. Come on, come round, Goblin. Oh, come on. That's better. Because I'm inside the 130. It's not going to crash out. We need a fire. No way through there. Get that health up as quick as we can. Still have a bit of food for emergency. I might have picked up the scope. The silencer. Or I might not have done. At the moment, it doesn't matter in the big scheme of things. Yes, it's straight on the Colt for me. Right, let's get out of it. No way through that. How's my footwear? Badly damaged still. Good. Doable. I would log out in a Livonia tower, but they're not a safe place to log out. Because people will use them for fires. So this bush is looking pretty good. Right guys, thank you for watching. Remember, if you have a goblin in your sights, miss. And I'll see you again tomorrow when we shall continue this adventure. Cheers guys.